Hey everyone, I'm Clip. Welcome back to some more Flesh and Blood here on Teleshare. This will probably be the last game with Arakni. And then we'll start constructing the next hero in the list. I'll just go whatever the order is on FaB. Popping just for 6. Dump out gear. And I want to keep Captain's Call, Plunder Run, so we can get rid of one of these, which is dealing less. They don't really have lots of gold cans, so we'll do that way. Although I should have full blocked actually, because we do draw. But I guess I would like to make sure I have the attack to go into. This is no guarantee that we get an attack. We got Eradicate. Do we want to go for Eradicate? Captain's Call, Plunder Run. No, we want to save Plunder Run and Eradicate. I think we want to go Captain's Call into Slay the Scholars, into Teleshare. Right. Would like a big turn. No, we'll just do Slay the Scholars. If it hits, I can use my gear. Savage Beatdown. 3 or less. What are we looking for? Non-attack action cards. So that doesn't really work. So yeah, they can go to the bottom. I doubt we'll hit anything. Doubt we'll hit much yellow either. Full blocking, they're not. Go again. I need to pitch 2 though. Means I'm probably getting rid of the Captain's Call. Is that fine? Definitely use the mask. I'll just do it. Swing with our weapon. Alright, I can use this. Yes, and then swing with our weapon. Cool. Decent amount of damage. Plunder Run can definitely go to the arsenal. The Eradicate's at 7. Plus we can do an extra 2. They're going big. That's another thing I can't really keep up with is there's a lot always going on. Like between the hero ability equipments and then just passive abilities, there's 3 things to sort of recognize straight away, and that's sort of an issue. Gains go again, you discard a 6, yeah. Right, so what do we do? Captain's Call is banished, Eradicate, we want to keep. We can just do Fleece of Frail. Negate a little bit of damage. This is all just about keeping 1 attack at this point. Though we do need something to pitch. Yeah, we just need 1. Beast, discard a card. Draw a card. Well, I don't want to block with Eradicate, so I guess we're taking 6. We're just getting beat down. And they're just attacking. I wonder if they can finish this turn. They can attack 1 more time. Right? They need to pitch 1 more. Because they both have go again. Ooh. So I guess with Rhinar, you're just meant to try and block the first big swing. I guess it's my turn to pop everything. We'll do Captain's Call for the buff. Finally, a yellow card. So that can stay. We're doing 8. See, that just feels like crap, to be honest. Again, Arakni seems to have the same issue as the Emperor, where your damage just doesn't slot in well against all the other decks, especially the early comp decks. I mean, Rhinar just did back-to-back huge amounts of damage. If I got rid of cards, I couldn't. My Eradicate would do nothing. And I guess we're just... Ooh, bring that in our arsenal. Probably lost again, because there's just no way we can stack up to the damage. Yeah, because they're They're just baiting me, to be honest. I'm just going to pass, I'm going to find a new game. And then that'll be it for Arakni. Because if I block, they're just setting up, so they attack. Create game. I don't know. I feel like I've gone the short straw a bit. Because it does seem like if I were to play Rhinar, the gameplay seems incredibly straightforward. It is literally just swing big, and because you're swinging big, not only do you banish cards from your hero, so you generally do more damage, you also are making them get rid of cards they might not necessarily want to get rid of. I'm sorry, but I'm not playing the same person again. I might give it a little bit then, or we can see what this game is. Alright. This is a bit better. Let's see what we can do against Ninja. Low HP too, which I like. Their once per fact is it's gains 1. See? And their attacks don't do 6 each. Boy. What do I want to do? I just want to swing. So the scholars know they'll have cheap cost cards. And we can put Plunder Run into our arsenal, although it's one of the worst Plunder Runs. Lifeline. 2 defense. Cost 1 or less. That's what we're looking for. So that's fine. So I can stay on the top. That activates our effect. I'm going to block. Lost momentum. I mean, we can still get comboed out, to be honest. Because again, Assassin's very much like Ninja. It's the concept is almost the same. You have slightly more damage. Well, they can just block with 6. We have slightly more damage, but we still can't combo attacks together. Like, every turn we should be able to combo at least 2. The only way to do that is obviously through equipment, and that's horrible. It should almost be an inbuilt effect. Because the other issue is this has to hit. If these didn't have the has to hit, then that would be much better. Because you still don't cycle completely because you're not guaranteed to get enough silver. You're at a loss because even if the mask hits, it's only 2, so you're 2 down. It would just be a lot better if you could consistently get 2 attacks done. We'll see what they got. 0-0 has to go again. Even just a weapon choice is better for a lot of heroes. I feel like they should have had a normal, I think it's rare actually, Spider Bite. And then they should have had something a bit better. We'll see what comes out with Outsiders. Might give me a better opinion on Arakni. They're just gonna swing, right? We've got any pitch zone with 0 cost. Snatch 4, so we do want to fully block that. Slay the Scholars is probably horrible. No. We can do block. Sorry. Red and boots. We can just shut them down. Ah, damn it. Bit of overblocked. Doesn't have go again though, so what are they using best? Pay for Razor Reflex, maybe? Was their ability of go again? No, it's just attack. So Plunder Run into probably Fleece the Frail. Yeah. This one seems like it'll be a bit slower, unfortunately. What else can we talk about then? Dynasty. Okay, so at a glance, Dynasty looks like a really good set, but I'm starting to see some faults with it. Visually, it's very appealing. But I think in terms of balancing, it's almost like they've balanced against rotating out maybe Welcome to Wraith and Arcane Rising in the earlier sets. In which case, I personally feel it doesn't hold up. On the run into Fleece of Frail. See if we can hit. I mean, it's only doing 4. So you can probably block again. Buster Fist is 3, so I can go to the bottom because we're looking for 2. I mean, I still really like the concept. I just think the execution is poor. I mean, this is on Blitz too, so it's not like we're getting a huge amount of card advantage either. So the banish effect should really be easier to trigger. I mean, there's lots of heroes that have slight banish effects that are still decent. I mean, this is Arakni's whole gimmick, so, you know, it should be a lot more impactful. But it is, with our damage range, it is just awful to try and hit. They're not doing anything, they're baiting me again. They probably are, but we'll play both. Since they don't have the defense anyway, I'd rather break them so we can repair them eventually. Okay, well then yes, because we're swinging with our weapon. We put Captain's Call into our arsenal since we will always want to play it. Cool. And yeah, Captain's Call. We have double shred and cut to the chase. We are doing Slay the Scholars. Probably keeping the yellow, so that way we can go back into our weapon. So I think I'd rather spread out the damage. So we're probably letting them sink us. Suppose we can get rid of 1 shred. Well, I would kind of like to play it. It's only 1 damage. We'll try and go for a big turn. So we are ahead. And I think that's the only way, since we're both trying to play tempo, is we have to obviously allow damage through, like they have, to try and bring something back. And we have the advantage now, so we might as well go for it. We can do what? 3 damage, plus 1, plus 3, so 7 damage. But hits create a Crouching Tiger. I should probably have looked at that. And it's just this, right? They've got nothing else to buff it, or I guess their personal effect. Okay, so actually I now see where the Phoenix Flame came from. It's just a better version of Crouching Tiger. Well, is it better? Debatable, I guess. I think just generating it rather than having to find it in a certain position, so to speak, is probably a better thing. Do we want to block you? They have Go Again right now. They're only gaining 1 life, and I'd have to get rid of Shred. Plus, why can't I block with anything? They've done something, haven't they? I don't see any active effects. You can block that. Anyway, doesn't matter. Like I said, we're going for a big turn. We're even up, but we have the advantage because obviously it's our turn going into it. Was the last attack gains 1 for each other named. 100 wins. Nope, and has Go Again. We're just taking the 2. I think we're just taking the 2. I don't think they have a way to one-shot us. Again, why can't I block every second chain, it looks like? That was weird. Anyway, our turn. Do I want the 2 damage? No. So, Captain's Call. Go again. Cracker Jacks. It's a poor one to use it on. Rather Eradicate, so I like the X. I wish there were more cards like that. They allow you to actually banish more. We're looking for non-attack actions. So that is an attack action that can go to the bottom. Will they block? Either way, we're going to do as much damage as we can. And then we can play defensively and try to just swing out with our weapon. So we just need to keep the yellow shred. Well, blue. We can keep either, actually. Winds of Eternity. Go to the bottom. I doubt they have many non-attack actions. They're just taking the 7? Really? Alright. We'll keep the yellow shred, because it's going to be more beneficial. So they have to block. We're just hoping that they only block for 3. No, they can block for 4, and then we do exact damage. It's whether or not they overblock. Which is another thing I'm starting to realize is you kind of want to always overblock, even though it's sort of overextending and losing your advantage. What? Night card defending. Oh, an assassin sack. Ah, I misread that. Fine. Add to our arsenal. And yeah, so we're just trying to block. It's fine, because whatever their ability has was if it hits, they create a crouching tiger. Right? We should be able to win. At the very least, I just keep, say, Captain's Call, and I just continue to beat out with Talishare. I've got, what, 2 more? 3 more? That's 3 more. I've got 1 more. 1 more hit. Leave No Witness is probably a good one to keep as well. Cool. All that for 2 damage. To be honest, I'm going to take it. Because I'm just going to have to... I'm going to essentially be like them, get as low as possible, and then block. Yeah, because we've also wasted their Benji. Well, it's going to be close. How much can we even block for? 3, 6, 8, 11. I doubt they can do more than 11 in a turn. And then we can also get back... What does it matter what we get back? I guess the Black Tech Whisperers. They're doing 2, so I'm actually going to block with Captain's Call, and we're going to try and use the Black Tech Whisperers. Though the damage does help. But I think trying to be exact in terms of card use is probably what we want. They're doing Crouching Tiger. 4. So we can block for 3 and take 1. Ah. They got me. Always overblock. Oh well. Very slow. Anyway, yeah. Arakni's not terrible. I'm just terrible at it, possibly. I do think they seem a bit undertuned in comparison to all the other decks we've seen. So we'll move on and try out a different hero. So I've spent a lot more games than what I was originally considering playing Arakni. And I do like the hero. Again, I like the mill. I love mill in card games, but it just seems like their ability to actually execute it is pretty awful at the moment. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See ya.